Yes, I took the time to do my top 10 AFC rankings right now. This is all post-draft because we all just like rankings. We like to argue. Oh, who do you think is going to be better? What team got better? How will the draft go? Well, you know what? I took the time to do a little exercise, and I wanted to start from the bottom and work my way up to the top, baby. Starting from the bottom. My number 10 ranked team in the AFC right now, 10. I hated to do it to put them this low because I think they could be better, but right now, the team that drafted me, the Las Vegas Raiders right now, the 10th ranked team in the AFC. Look, Jimmy Garoppolo brings stability to a quarterback position that Derek Carr did I think an admirable job. This was a team that just had a horrible defense last year. Now they go out and draft Tyree Wilson, number 7 overall. You bring a couple more pieces in defensively. You got younger in some areas, but you still got Devontae Adams. I love the Michael Mayer pick. You still got Hunter Renfrow. You've got some people. Oh, Josh Jacobs, by the way, one of the leading rushers in the NFL. I'm going to stick with the Raiders at number 10, but they can rise pretty quickly. Let's move on to number 9. Number 9 may be a shocker for some folks. What about those Brownies? The Brownies in Cleveland.
Yeah, interesting.
A full year of Deshaun, not the half year or the 5 or 6 games that he played at the end of the season. I want to see what this looks like a full season for Deshaun Watson. I know he wants to prove to everybody, and I've seen the reports, he wants to prove to people that he's still a top-tier elite quarterback in this league. But after 2 seasons, we've kind of forgotten about Deshaun and how good he was before everything went down. That's why I'm putting the Cleveland Browns at number 9. Number 8, the Jets. Jets.
Not a playoff team.
Not a playoff team. That's what I keep telling people. Hey, they're all of this, bringing in Aaron Rodgers, all of the hoopla, still to be the 3rd best team in your own division, right? That's what I'm just saying. This is just my opinion. I love Aaron. Aaron's a great dude. Love my 2005 draft classmate, right? As long as he's in the league, I'm in the league.
Yeah, he's the last one standing.
He's the last one standing, man. 2005 draft class. As long as he's in the league, I'm in the league. Now, I've been out of the league for about 9 years, and he's still going, so totally different. But I like the moves. Love the Garrett Wilson conversation of Devontae. He's the Devontae Adams to Aaron Rodgers, so I love that. But this was a good defense last year under Robert Saleh and this ball club. I think that they're the number 8 ranked team. I just don't see them as a playoff team in year 1, which ultimately gets Aaron Rodgers back for year number 2. All right, here we go. Number 7, LAC. Ooh, yeah, the Los Angeles Chargers. They got number 7. And the reason why is because the guy, number 10, Justin Herbert. I feel like there's a learning curve. There's a process that you go through. And it takes failure to find out what success truly feels like. Last season, the Chargers failed in the playoffs against the Jacksonville Jaguars. That is going to fuel their offseason. That's why I think that they're one of the teams to watch out for. Sneaky team that can reach the AFC Championship. Number 6, Doug Peterson and the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. Trevor Lawrence proved a lot. And the only reason why I got them at 6 is because I'm going back to my own career. People always say it's a big leap from year 1 to year 2. Mm-hmm. I always say the biggest leap you make in an NFL career is actually year 2 to year 3. The game slows down tremendously because you've seen it fast, full speed, but yet you know what to expect. You know the travel. You've been to a lot of the road games within division. You know the hostile environments. But this team also learned how to win last year. That's why I got my Jaguars, one of my former teams in the NFL, at 6. Number 5, Miami Dolphins. That's right, the Dolphins. Tua, I think will be Tua again. We keep talking about Burrow and Herbert. Why don't we talk about Tua in that same breath? It's because of the injury history, which rightfully so. But I feel like Tua, with all the things that he's been doing this offseason, I'm still trying to figure out, where do I go to school to learn how to fall? I mean, he went to how do you fall school. Please tell me, where do I go for that? Because my kids need that, because they come home
jiu-jitsu class, Kirk.
I'm talking about you can't just, oh, my knee hurt, I fell.
Boo-boo.
Well, you know what? Let's go to this class that Tua going to so we can learn how to fall. This jiu-jitsu class, karate, whatever it may be. But look, we saw Waddle and Hill last year. What does it look like this season, right? You're adding running backs. You've added, just to me, a defense that's got better. Remember, Jalen Ramsey comes over from the Los Angeles Rams in a big trade. This will be a defense. Bradley Chubb up front. Don't forget about the Miami Dolphins. They're at number 5. Number 4, we are going to get a full season, and I'm hoping we get a full season of Lamar Jackson. Please tell me. Because if I get a full season of Lamar Jackson, that means I get a full season of the Baltimore Ravens being one of the best teams in the National Football League. It was hard to watch Tyler Huntley last year because you just knew that ain't Lamar.
Yeah.
So you hoping, man. And it came close a couple times, but Tyler Huntley ain't Lamar. Lamar is one of its own. Former MVP in this league. You add in Odell Beckham Jr. You add in, like I said, I love saying this line. Lamar Jackson got his contract, but also he got his flowers as well. They drafted Zay Flowers in the NFL draft. So he's got another weapon to add to what he's always got. Mark Andrews, is he not the top 1 or 2 tight ends in the league, right? After, look, Travis Kelce's number 1.
Yeah.
But can we put Mark Andrews at least at 2?
We should.
I mean, we're putting Kittle. He's there. That's why I got the Baltimore Ravens at number 4. Now, here's the tricky part. My top 3. You ready? Because I think everyone can have their own opinion, their own understanding of who should be 1, 2, and 3. I'll start at 3. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Only reason why. Who was the Bills' last game? Who did they lose to? They lost to those Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals came in to their house and curb stomped them. Boom, get out of here. We're going to take over your couch. Sat on their couch. They went into the Ralph.
F your couch.
They went into the Ralph.
F your couch.
Highmark Stadium, whatever they want to call it. It's still always going to be Ralph Wilson Stadium to me as a former Bill. But look, the Cincinnati Bengals came in and took care of business. That's why I put Buffalo at 3, because they're still one of the better teams in the NFL. But they know it comes down to one thing for them. What do they do in the postseason after the divisional round? So that's where I got Buffalo at 3. Now, have they added the pieces? Look, I like the Dalton Kincaid pickup. We may see Kincaid and Knox, the 2 tight ends. You still got Stephon Diggs. This run game, I want to see where this run game goes for the Buffalo Bills. But they still one of those scary teams that we hoping and wishing they can finally get to a Super Bowl and win it this time, not lose it. The number 2 team, I just mentioned it, the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know. I mean, you tell me. The Bengals right there. They're not afraid of the Kansas City Chiefs.
They're not afraid.
They are not. Look, this is what it comes down to. They've been to the Super Bowl in the last 2 seasons.
Yep.
They've been down to the final match to get to that Super Bowl. I'm 100% convinced that this is a team that they just need that one more piece. And maybe they got that piece. We'll see. But another year of Joe Burrow, and I said it again, the big leap, year 2 to year 3, we saw that from Joe Burrow. Will he take another leap? I'm talking about MVP of the National Football League, Joe Burrow. That's what I think is upcoming for Joe Burrow. And the number 1 team, that's pretty easy. It's the Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs. They just keep getting better, right? They just keep getting better. Felix Anyudike Uzama, their first round pick out of Kansas, they get another pass rusher. Like a team that they know their weaknesses, they know Frank Clark, so they say, hey, we're going to draft a DN. They get their DN. The offense looks a lot different now with Kadarius Toney. Then you add in another year for Sky Moore. I'm just sitting back and I'm watching it all. Like, this is going to be pretty fun watching the Kansas City Chiefs tear up the league. And maybe you may get more out of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who got his 5th-year option decline. But man, how good can the Kansas City Chiefs be? And on a side note, too, and that's my top 10, by the way. My top 10.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.